Go ahead and tell us about your painted mountain corn, Jason and Justin.
Well, Justin, would you like to go first?
This one was my personal favorite because it has a bunch of different colored ones, and they have these weird like stripe patterns, and so does this one. That one's kind of like it too.
Well,
That was your favorite too, wasn't it, Jay?
yes, I liked the ones with those fancy stripe patterns. So, and there was only quite a few like that. They were kind of the unique ones. There was like this one. There was this one. And then also this one had a little bit of a pattern. It was a little more dark though. One that I actually thought was really cool was this one right here. This like blue metallic-y, foggy, cloudy one. Because it really wasn't like the same as like a different gray one like this one. It's like really different. There's like a lot of difference in the color.
And then this one over here was like pitch black. It was the darkest out of all the black and purple ones.
You know, the man, Dave Chritensen, who spent 40 years of his life breeding these, actually has bred a dark blue black one that has more anthocyanins than blackberries or blueberries, and it's very powerful in beneficial antioxidants, things that they call phytonutrients and nutraceuticals and stuff. But there's a lot of variety. This is actually what's known as a land race. He's purposely preserved a lot of genetic variety in this. These corns are meant to germinate in cold soil and dry in a short season and be able to take the UV rays higher up in the Rocky Mountains, which a lot of the lower desert corns will not take. Do you remember how many, which is kind of a minimum to preserve genetic diversity in corn so you don't get a genetic bottleneck? Remember about how many plants? It'd be nice to have thousands of plants, but they try to have at least a couple of hundred. In some instances, they can go a bit lower than that. Do you remember me talking about that?
No.
This is an interesting one right here, this kind of calico one, isn't it?
I thought that these ones were kind of cool too. The ones where it's like they have really thin ones. It kind of looks almost like a scale pattern, but it's like really thin compared to that one. And it's like they're all on the same level, and they're all about the same size, and they're like it's like the reason I think it's like scales is because like instead of it being like one here, one here, one here, it's like a grid pattern.
These are some of the best looking cobs. The other ones that didn't look so good, we're going to eat more, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do they taste like to you when you've been chewing on them, Justin?
They just taste like flour.
Chips?
Yeah, they kind of taste like chips. They taste like flour, but not so concentrated and gross.
But not like a gritty cornmeal, right?
No.
Because these actually are what they call a flour corn. You can make nice flour items out of these, or you can parch them as a parching corn.